Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fellow YouTubers, I bid all of you welcome to this very special aesthetic review about the Kelvin Timeline Heavy Command Cruiser, that is a Tier 6, and also the Constitution class. Now, as everybody already knows, Ages of Yesterday came out with a couple of new lockbox keys, and I got my hands on one, and that is the one that we are going to showcase on this video. Now, as always, you guys can find the jump timestamps in the video description below, so you can jump to a specific part of the video if you want to. Now, just a little bit of a rundown for the new players that are watching my video for the first time. You're going to watch me try to customize this ship just a little bit, go into space to equip all of the different reputation gear and all of the space sets on this ship, and by doing so it's going to transform this ship a little bit. It's going to have like different layouts, and it's going to be awesome, I can tell you that. After that, I'm going to go to the unique bridge that this ship features, and after the bridge showcasing, I'm going to take it into a space combat. Now, it's not going to be like a full detailed mission. It's going to be Argala Patrol with the mission Wanted, because that is basically the default mission where I tend to like showcase this ship in combat. So with that being said, let us dive right into it. Now, I have to say one thing. I'm on Tribble right now because if I was on the holodeck server, I wasn't able to get these gears, and that is the new reputation that just brought out the temporal defense. So I'm not there yet, so I'm Tribble, so I have to showcase that on Tribble. But this is the ship that we're going to do the review about, and let's go and read all about the information and statistics of this ship. Direct from the 23rd century of a alternate timeline, this Constitution class vessel leads the way into the new frontier. Starfleet puts their best of ships, their best on ships of this class, and their action can be a source of inspiration to all. Big and durable, the heavy command cruisers is prepared to seek strange new worlds. Awesome. This starship features a commander engineering / command bridge officer station and a lieutenant science / temporal operative bridge officer station. Command ships are impressive vessels designed to inspire those around them. When the command ship activates a bridge officer ability, it will receive a small amount of inspiration resource. Wow, okay. A small amount of the inspiration resource. Okay, cool. Command bridge officer ability generates additional inspiration. Once a command ship inspiration meter is full, they can use one of 3 powerful abilities. They can turn the tide of battle. Nice. Okay, this is something new. We never had this one before. The Kelvin Timeline Heavy Command Cruiser Tier 6 comes equipped with the Auxiliary Ejection Assembly. What is it? Redundancy, the backup. Okay, redundancy and backup system are common on Federation Starship. Regardless of the timeline, the Federation of the Kelvin Timeline, however, takes this to the extreme by decentralizing portions of their warp core assembly into auxiliary warp cores. By installing similar contingencies, this small antimatter chamber can be ejected and detonated in case of emergencies, damaging foes and freeing the Federation vessel from effects that impact its maneuverability. Alright. Okay, so this is something we need to showcase as well. Having this console equipped will increase the damage dealt to your exotic damage ability, while also increasing both current and maximum auxiliary subsystem power. Note, the source of maximum power does not stack, only the strongest applies per subsystem. This console mod can be equipped on any ship in any console slots, and you only may equip one of these mods on any single ships. Alright. After achieving level 5 in your Kelvin Timeline Heavy Command Cruiser Tier 6 Starship Mastery, you will unlock the down but not out Starship trait. While this trait is slotted, and as your ship takes damage, you are able to reroute power for damaged subsystems to increase the maximum power potential of all of your subsystems, allowing a higher cap of your potential performance. What? Oh, this is something that you definitely want to have as a trait. Nice. So this is only bound to Federation. Obviously, it's a tier 6 minimum rank of 40. It has a whole strength of 43,500 hit points at level 50, 50,000 hit points, 50,025 hit points at level 50, and 58,000 hit points at level 60. Wow, that's a lot. A shield modifier of 1.1. 4 weapons on the front, 4 weapons on the aft. Wow, this is a beast. 4 device slots. I'm going to skip the bridge officer stations because I'm going to showcase that in space. Console modification, 4 tactical, 4 engineering, and 3 science. So basically, you know, a little bit of survivability, firepower, and just a couple of science. That's nice. A base turn rate of 8 degrees per second. Wow, that's a lot. Impulse modifier of 0.15 and inertia rating of 40, plus 5 to all power levels, meaning weapons, shields, engines, and auxiliary. Cool. And also the universal console, the auxiliary ejector assembly. Yeah, okay. The inspiration abilities: turn the tide against all odds and battle preparation. So that is that activatable buff that they were talking about right here. And so you can actually choose, when your meter is full, you can choose one of these. Nice. Starship ability package cruiser. So it is absorption plating, rapid repairs, enhanced plating, armored hull, and that is the last one is the Starship trait. Down but not out Starship trait. Also has the cruiser communication array, strategic maneuvering, shield frequency modulating, weapon system efficiency, and attract fire. So cool. So awesome, this ship. Now, I know most of you guys are asking this question already, and if you haven't done so, in the comment section below, how many keys or how many log boxes did I spend to actually grab this ship? Well, somewhere around the mark 100. I had a feeling like, well, I spent 100 keys. What is up with this game? It's not giving me the ship that I want. Well, and then I went, let's try another 100. So roughly about 150 log boxes that I opened up, I got this ship. So I went about all the way to 200. I got really cool items that I'm going to showcase in a later stage. But so if you really want this thing, keep in mind that I spent around 150 keys that I opened up this ship with. So yeah, it's really expensive. I don't know what the pricing is currently on the exchange and if anybody is selling them, but these ships are really good. 150 log boxes that I opened up, so keep that in mind. I totally did not see what name it was. Crap. No. Yeah, here it is. Okay. There we go. And I'm naming him Tucci because that is the channel name that I made for a different channel that I usually play some normal, games besides Star Trek Online. You can find the video, the description in the no, you can find the link in the video description below. Right now I'm going to try to customize this ship as we already made this ship our current Starship. Wow, look at this. Totally just like the movie from J.J. Abrams' timeline. These the Bussard collectors, they're called. They are spinning in opposite directions. Cool. So we only have one template, and that is this thing. Doesn't have any other template. There is a unique bridge that we're going to showcase. The window types are just, it is what it is. There is no changes to them. Oh, we got a lot of material types, so let's go through those. Let's have this ship right there. So we have Constitution class, that is the material types that you guys are seeing right here. We have type 1. What? Oh wow, this, I'm loving these already. And I wish this ship wasn't a little bit on the surface. Why is it like all the way up there? God damn it, me. Developers, put this ship right here. Why is it like up there? I'm ranting about something really trivial, I know, but it's like, you know, I can't see the top of the ship and in this configuration. Anyway, moving on. Type 0. I'm liking type 0 already. Type 1, so that is like the second option. Oh, this one is cool as well. Nice. Type 2. Okay. Yeah, not liking that one. Type 3. Right off the bat, this material type 3 is making me think like this ship has been in service a couple of years and it's like dusty all over the place. It needs to be cleaned up. Type 4. Nah. Not really liking this. Well, maybe it has a, you know, it's, yeah, well, maybe. It's a little bit dark for me. It's a little bit too dark. Type 5. Okay, that's cool. Type 6. All right, type 7. Wow, I'm really liking type 7. Damn it, type 7 is awesome. What? I am definitely, wow, even the nacelles right here. I know it's upside down, but even the nacelles are awesome. Wow, look at this thing. This thing is beautiful. And I have the veteran option because I recently just purchased the game, so I'm like a lifetime member. And well, I'm liking this one as well. So type 1 is something that I really like, and type 7 with all of these details all over this ship. A little bit of a scare factor, to be honest. So those are all of the material types. Now I'm going to continue this video with just the Constitution option, with, you know, just the basic version of this ship. There is obviously the advanced, so you can change out the different material types to whatever is going to be your liking, obviously. But I'm just gonna go with the normal one. You can obviously, like, you know, where is like right here on the hull, for example, you can add it, like, you know, right here. You can add like different material types that you like, pattern overlays that you find interesting on the pylons, for example, that are really bad to see. Cryptic, you made a boo-boo right here. That you kind of have, like, you know, you kind of see what's going on. And also in the saucer section. Inboard fins, I have no idea what these are. I've never seen these things. Are they like this parts? Yeah, there are like these parts right here. They changed. Yeah, they're just like minor details that you guys can see right here. Kind of see a pattern overlay on top of these struts up here near the pylons. Or the warp nacelles, not the pylons. Nacelles, yeah. Yeah, that could be good. That could be good. But right now, I'm going to cancel everything that I did because I don't want any changes to the ship. This is just the basic ship as it came out of the pack. That was kind of weird. My character just said something. Anyway, going to space right now. And this is that meter that they were talking about. That when this meter is full, we can activate these abilities. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to zoom in just a little bit and pull up my powers with button P. And this is that no, this is one of those battle preparation. Yes. And what is this one called? Against all odds. We already know that one. And this one is turn the tide. Scrolling all the way. Turn the tide. Yeah. Nice. But is this activatable power, right? Auxiliaries. Did I miss something? There we go. The first. There it is. I'm just putting it up there because I'm just doodling right now. I'm sorry. I'm taking so much of your time. So this is the ship, how it flies in space. There you guys can see it in its full glory. And to be honest, wow. It is exactly like you would expect. It is basically a copy out of J.J. Abrams' movie, and to me, it's, you know, I can definitely understand why people are wanting to have this ship, because it is good to look at. It is definitely appealing for your eyes. Nice, really cool. Now those sparks that you guys are seeing from right there, that is just a buff that I have. That is not part of the ship. That is a buff that is called Pedal to the Metal. That is going to increase your damage basically every second you are in full impulse. But wow, this ship is bright. I can bank just a little bit more so you guys can see, and I'll leave it at banking just like this. But it is good. I'm liking it. It's appealing to the eyes. It definitely is appealing to the eyes. I mean, all of the ships that we are currently having in Star Trek Online, we already know the shapes and the figures, and this is totally something different. But that's okay. That's okay. Now I'm going to try to, or not, I'm going to try. I am going to equip all of the different space sets, and we're going to start with the adaptive Mako. Wait, this one. Now I'm also going to discard the Mark 10s because I don't need those anymore. But this is how it looks like with the adaptive Mako space set, and you guys can see the engine output. There is like a tail right there. Nice animation from the deflector dish. And as you guys see, it is transforming the ship just a little bit. You guys can see like all over the place some nice details, like this mesh color right here, that glow factor that's going on. all over the place on this ship. There is also this red tint that I'm seeing. A little bit of a red right here. Real nice. Some finer details are coming to life. And more we're seeing this changing of glow of, you know, of ships when they're facing the sunlight and when they're not facing the sunlight. So this ship is actually oh, this is so good right here. This glow on the saucer section. Wow, I'm really liking that part. And as you guys see, these things, I think they're called the Bussard collectors. Correct me if I'm wrong. I actually did not know that. A subscriber actually told me that. So thank you for mentioning that. The Aegis space set is the next space set that we're going to feature. That is going to transform this ship just like that. You guys see the Aegis space set has put up like a really big white glow circle on the saucer section. All over the place we're seeing some white contour details. Nice engine animation right there from the Aegis space set. Real cool deflector dish animation as well. Wow. Let's see when this ship is going to hit the shadow. Right there. Goes to like a darker tint. The USS Atuchi, yeah baby. Awesome looking ship. The next one is I'm liking the next one. It's the Borg space set. The Borg have assimilated the Constitution class, and I'm also going to equip a universal console. Where is it? There it is, from the Borg space set, because that one also adds a little bit of a Borg details on the hull. These nodes right here. Wow, look at this. Oh, this is so cool. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but the Borg only have assimilated half of the ship. Not the entire ship. Just half of it. No, I'm kidding. Well, maybe not, because it's right on the seams. I don't know about that. Maybe it needs a little bit of a touch-up, because this part, I don't know if this part is intended to be white and hasn't been like modified, but all of the Borg junk, Borg finer details. But I am loving this ship as it is right now. You get this big deflector dish, and let me just zoom in. There you go. On the big deflector dish right there. And these nodes are obviously from the universal console. And we see a nice details right here on the nacelles. Cool. I'm not sure about this part though. It's making me doubt right now, because it's right on the seams. And I think they or at least they, I don't know. I think it's, yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, what your thoughts are about this part. Because to be honest, it's like, it's missing something right here. Oh, wrong button. And that is the one where we need to counter command space set's going to be the next one. Counter command, yes. So the counter command, what? Are you... Wow, my god, this thing, look at this. What the hell? Wow, this is amazing. This is... What? Oh my god, this... What? Oh, this has amazed me so much right now. I didn't expect this. I was... What the hell? This is so good. Oh, I still see that I have the Borg console up. There you go. Without any Borg junk. Oh, this is... Wow, this is the best looking ship out there, to be honest. God damn it, Cryptic. Around 150 keys. Ah. Wow, I am loving this part. What? Counter command space set from the Undyne Reputation has been equipped, and you guys can see the nice animation right there from the engine output deflector dish and this gorgeous looking details on the hull. What? This is... Wow, this is awesome. This is truly awesome. Wow, I can't believe my eyes right now. I absolutely am loving this ship. God damn it, Cryptic. Why'd you make it so beautiful, huh? Delta space set is next up in the line. WG 1, 2, 3. Yes. So the Delta's, yeah, not one of my personal favorite space sets out there. It's like meh, you know. But it's slick looking. I mean, if you guys are into that kind of deal, wow, really cool. On the nacelles right there, on the exit part. No idea what it's called. The aft part of the nacelles, the end piece. Ooh, nice deflector dish animation right there. Really cool to see these tint that are like breaking the seams. Nice. It looks good. Definitely is good. The ship is awesome. Let's see which one is next. The Dyson space set. Dyson engines and the Dyson shields. Now this is one of my personal favorites out there, the Dyson space set, because it kind of transforms right here. It kind of transforms when it's like underneath the sun. And I do see that in most of my videos the sunlight came through the hull, and I see that Cryptic has corrected that error with the new patch, with the new agents of yesterday. So that is gorgeous. That is awesome. Thank you, Cryptic. Wow, I am loving this ship, to be honest. That is beautiful. Beautiful, good looking ship. Nice animation right there. The engine output is not, you know, it's not that good, but it's cool. It is cool looking ship. This thing is a beauty. Here we go. Next one. The Iconium space set. Now be ready to be amazed, guys. 1, 2, 3 space sets. This is the Iconium space set. Wow, just like the counter command from the Undyne reputation. It adds so many details. It's just awesome to look at this ship right here. I do love the nacelles, the way that they're like lit up, and also the saucer section is really good. Nice animation right there from the Iconian deflector dish. And let's see when it's like not lit up by the sunlight. Wow, look at that. Oh, all of these glows are turning into dark blackish color. Nice. Right here, it's going to transform a little bit. Nice. Oh my god, this looks amazing, to be honest. This ship is awesome. Wow, that is a beauty. The Gemhead Dart space set is the next one that we're going to feature. Wow, look at that. That is awesome. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. I like it. It is good looking with most of the space sets. And the Gemhead is definitely one that makes it really, really good to look at. The Kobali space set. Kobali space set doesn't feature any difference to the visuals of this ship. So I'm just going to showcase this ship just a little bit. This is just the normal Mark 10 default standard visuals. Nothing is changing to the ship, so I'm going to move on real quick to the Mako space set. And if you guys had paid attention, we featured the adaptive version in the beginning of this video, and this is the normal version of the Mako. Kind of has like the same visuals that you guys are seeing right here. Oh, I'm definitely loving this part, and it's really cool to see that Cryptic has implemented this feature. I think it's like a standard of all of the new ships that Cryptic has been wow, this is awesome that they're bringing out. So these ships are like, when it's being lit up by the sunlight, they have like a different kind of texture, and when it's like underneath, when it's like, you know, not being lit up, so it's like on the darker side of the sun, it is like totally different texture. So right here you have like this really beautiful whitish tint all over the whole plating of this ship, and right here it was like darkish. Nice. Thank you, Cryptic, for that. That is definitely appealing to the eyes. Nukara space set is the one that we're going to feature next. Here we go with the Nukara space set. Underneath, when it's not being lit up, real cool animation right there from the deflector dish. There it goes. Nice animation from the engine, and real cool to see this ship fly. Just like this. Oh, on top of this thing. Oh, this is beautiful. Right here, these openings are like, well, this thing has seen battle and it's been damaged, and the whole plating has been lost in combat. But it is good though. It's nice to see this ship with all of these space sets. It's just beautiful. It's a good looking ship. Which one is this? This is the Omega space set. I'm going to feature right now. Wow, look at that deflected dish. That is awesome. Kind of like, that's cool. Wow, that pulse is pulsating also. Nice. And right here we can see all of these finer details, and also has these, what is this color, like greenish, whatever it is that that is right there. Nice engine output, and really cool to see. Nice. I can understand that this ship is really appealing to everybody. I mean, aesthetically speaking, this is one of the best ships that I've seen out there. Definitely in the top 5 of my personal choice. That is just a beauty. This ship is gorgeous to look at. Next one, quantum phase. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where is my quantum phase? There it is. And the quantum phase space set doesn't feature any changes to the ship's visual, to just the default Mark 10. So we're going to skip that one. And we're going to continue with the Riemann space set. I just equipped that. No? Romulan? Riemann. Riemann shields. There you go. So I got... Okay. That doesn't actually... that actually doesn't matter. I just equipped it. A lower tier engines, but it is the Riemann space set. Look at this ship, man. This ship is a beauty. Oh my god, look at this. This is a good looking ship. Now I know all of you guys are like drooling over this ship, and so am I, to be honest. I'm like just like you guys. This ship is totally worth the 150 keys that I spent. And to be honest, even if they're going to ask me to buy 200 keys, I would definitely spend 200 keys on this ship, because it is a beauty. Nice. Real cool to see. The Romulan space set is the next space set that we are going to feature. There we go, the Romulans. Nice. Not so many details on the Romulan space set, just enough to make a difference. Just enough. And it is real cool to see that this ship has like a Romulan shielding type with all of the visuals that you guys are seeing right here. Just enough. Not too much, not overpowering like the looks, the way the ship is looking, just enough. And it is good to see. Nice. Which one is next? Soul Defense. Soul Defense doesn't offer any changes to the visuals of this ship either. So just the basic Mark 10. Nothing else. So I'm going to skip that one. And Solane is the same one, no difference to the visuals. So I'm just gonna showcase this just a little bit so we can move on. But this next set has really awesome visuals. That is the Terran space set from the Terran Reputation, and this one is really good to look at. Look at this. Isn't this amazing the way it looks right now? That whitish glow that this ship came like standard with is gone, and it's awesome. It is a good looking ship right there. I'm just leveling it out a little bit so you guys can actually absorb the awesomeness that this ship has. And it's crazy the way it looks. I am in love with the ship. Damn it. Damn it, Cryptic. Now, basically, this ship is really rare. Log boxes are like chance of a ship. Now, what that percentage is kind of varies from ship to ship, I think. Especially when something is new, like especially like the first couple of days, the chances might be high for you getting one. I've seen people saying like, well, they opened all of the lock boxes with master keys and they got them with 5 keys or the first one. Well, I don't believe that, but sure. And I've seen other, friends of mine that actually wasted like 30 keys, 50 keys, 100 keys and still didn't get any of these precious ships. So I don't know what you think about that, but to be honest, there is a chance of you obtaining one, so keep that in mind if you are really looking to get one. These ships are really expensive to obtain, but they are gorgeous to look at. Look at that. This is the Breen space set, so that is basically the entire space set that we can actually obtain in the game as it is right now. And there is obviously one space set that I didn't feature, and you can actually obtain this space set on Tribble if you want to. So you can do actually test your character out, do the crunching of numbers, do the math. But this Breen space set, it is good to look at this ship, but I wouldn't be my first choice. Now the last one that I'm going to feature is the new Reputation from the Temporal Defense, and obviously I'm not all the way to level 5, so I'm going to grab that one from the Tribble and put it up here. Hey, come here. There we go. So we got the deflector dish, the engines and the shielding. So this is how it looks like with that. I've seen a couple of comments from my previous video that I made on the Vengeance class. People are comparing this space set to a disco ball. All of the nice colors, nice animation right there from the engine and also from the deflector dish, and it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like it's on a disco rant, all of the different colors. But I don't know what to say about this thing. It's kind of like it's kind of futuristic. Let's keep it like that. It's a futuristic space set. It's awesome. And let's see, when it's going to hit the sunlight, it's going to transform just like that. That is gorgeous. That is awesome. So this is the space set that all of you guys are trying to obtain, to level up all of the reputation to level 5. So this is just a little peek for you guys what to expect later on in life. So this is the ship. This is it. This is the ship that everybody wants. I already talked about this in the video description, or not in the ships, the information, the statistics of this thing. So it has 4 weapons on the front, a normal deflector, engines, warp, and shield. 4 weapons on the aft, 4 device slots, 4 engineering consoles, 3 science, and 4 tactical. And I did not showcase the information from this universal console slot that we are going to obtain if you have obtained this ship, and that is the auxiliary ejection assembly. Redundancy and backup system are common on Federation Starship regardless of the timeline. The Federation of the Kelvin timeline, however, takes this to the extreme and decentralizing portion of their warp core assembly into auxiliary warp cores, multiple. Okay, by installing similar cognigenesis, these small antimatter chambers can be ejected and detonated in case of emergency, damaging foe and freeing the Federation vessel from effects that impair its maneuverability. Having this console equipped will increase the damage dealt to your exotic damage abilities, which also increases both current and maximum auxiliary subsystem power. Note, I'm just laughing because of this note, all in caps. Sources of maximum power does not stack, only the strongest applies per subsystem. This console mod can be equipped on any ship, any console slots, but you only may equip one of these mods on a single ship. Cool. So there is a inherent bonus on this ship when you're going to equip this console mod. So this console mod is going to give your ship +3 current and maximum auxiliary subsystem power, and also 17.8% bonus to exotic damage. Now, one thing I do want to mention, like if you already haven't figured this one out, the most power that or like the most DPS that vessels are actually getting these days are from science abilities like exotic damage and stuff like that. So keep that in mind if you want to, if you still are, you know, crunching numbers for your character. You know, keep it used to be like tactical is going to dish out the most DPS out of your ships. But these days, Star Trek Online has gone to a different route. It's going more, it's leaning more to science abilities, and that is basically the most, you know, damage output than one can have. Just you know, just a small tip for you guys that is free of charge. But anyway, auxiliary weapon core ejection ejects a series of auxiliary warp cores behind your ship and detonating them. Each detonation will cause a large amount of kinetic damage to your foes caught in the blast wave, while freeing your own ship from movement impair effects, and increases maneuverability briefly for each explosion. And maneuvering impair effects include run, stun, hold, knock, repel, pull, teleport, and slow, as well as turn rate debuffs. Note, a few enemies have effect that cannot be resisted or avoided with immunity. Okay. So target cells, 2-minute recharge, 2-minute cooldown, launch 4 auxiliary warp cores, including launch 4 auxiliary warp cores, which will travel 2 kilometers behind your current position before detonating in a 5 kilometer radius. So to self plus 150% speed and 300% turn rate for 4 seconds, and it may also stack for 4 times. What? So times 4 is going to be 600% speed, and times 4, so that's 12,000%. No, 1200% turn rate. What? Okay. Immunity to movement debuffed for 4 seconds. And also to foes, it's going to deal 4,472.4 kinetic damage times 4. Each detonation is obviously going to deal that much kinetic damage to your foe. And skills that affect this ability, like I said, exotic damage is like a skill in science. Alternate timeline, this is obviously part of a space set. Space set number 2, standardized armament, plus 25 kinetic damage to photon torpedoes and mines, plus 25 phaser damage for direct energy damage. Space set number 3 is going to give you subatomic elasticity, plus 50 physical damage resistance rating, plus 25 kinetic damage resistance rating, and incoming heal increased by 0 to 50%, increased as hull decreases. Let's say your hull is really low, like 20% or something like that, and you're obviously going to have like a higher healing from this passive ability right here. Space set number 4, timeline resonance, plus 50% recharge speed for all Kelvin universal consoles. What? So that's basically half. So if you want to use this ability right here, that auxiliary warp core ejection, it's going to decrease your recharge speed, so that basically 2-minute recharge is going to be 1-minute recharge. Nice. So 1-minute cooldown for all of these abilities. That's awesome. That's including the auxiliary warp core ejection that we just mentioned. Launch photon charges, activate drill laser, and the broadsiding cannon barrage. That is awesome. The Starship Mastery, that we are going to level this ship. Level 1 is going to give you absorption, hull plating, plus 25 physical and kinetic damage resistance rating. Level 2 is going to give you 1.25% of your current maximum every 3 seconds in space. Twice this amount is regenerated out of combat. Now it's going to give me, and that's personally by me, 779.4 whole hit points, and that is basically going to vary from captain to captain, player to player, based on your skills, abilities, skill tree, etc., etc. So this number is just, set off by my current console layout and skill tree. So that's not, what it could be for you. Could have something totally different right there. Energy and radiation damage resistance rating is level 3. So plus 25 all energy damage resistance rating, and also plus 25 radiation damage resistance rating. Level 4 armored hull, plus 10% hull hit points. And the Starship trait, down but not out. That is just awesome to have. A bonus starts at 80% hull and reaches maximum potential at 20% hull. Up to 20 to all subsystem power max, increasing as hull percentage decreases. This ship is awesome, to be honest. One thing that I didn't showcase is the bridge officer station. So we have a lieutenant commander universal station. We have a lieutenant commander tactical station right there. We have an ensign engineering station, a commander engineering or a command station, and a lieutenant science or temporal ops station. Now I'm just going to equip something like this, and I say this on every video. I don't recommend you guys using this build, if you can call it a build, because it is just something. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's do survivability. This is because I am putting this thing together because I basically need a little bit of survivability. Can we use this one there? No. Let's use the U. No. Crap. Okay, let's use you there. because I'm just using this, you know, just to survive a little bit more, not to die and make a fail video. So that was the bridge officer station and layout. Now I'm going to jump into this unique bridge. Now, most of you that have seen the J.J. Abrams movies have seen this bridge before, and it is basically the same bridge that you see on the movie and it's coming up to Star Trek Online into the game. And it is really awesome, to be honest. I've seen the Vengeance Bridge, and it is gorgeous to look at. I mean, it's basically the same copy paste from the movie, but it is totally different vibe when you are actually in the room and you're like moving left and right. It's totally different. Are we gonna get a disconnect? No. Okay, good. Here we go with the bridge. Loading. Patching. There we go. The Kelvin Constitution. Look at this. I'm loving these flares, because in the movie you also see these flares coming all over the cameras and stuff like that, and are like blinding you. And they have also implemented it right here with these bridges that you guys are seeing with the Kelvin lock boxes. And it is awesome, to be honest. And let me just remove my HUD. There you go. So you guys can have the full details of this ship. And it is beautiful. It is gorgeous to look at. And yeah, so this is my seat. I sit here. Really good. Real cool. And there was like an iconic moment where there was that guy that was saying like subsystem damage or minimal damage or something like that. And unfortunately I cannot sit up there. Nope. And this is where Sulu forgot his handbrake in the movie. He forgot to pull the ship when he was like trying to undock this ship from the docking port, or whatever it's called, the shipyard. And the captain was like, "Did you forget the handbrake?" But anyway, small craft NPC up here. We have account bank access right there. What else do we have? What is this? Library files. And what is this? Duty officers. And I do love these lens flares that they are implementing. These are just awesome. Big ass viewing screen. You can actually see out of on the outside of your ship. That's cool. And into space. That is awesome. It really reminds me of the movies. They did a really good job, like, you know, making this bridge exactly like the way it is in the movies. Right now I'm gonna go to the Delta Quadrant because it is time to take this ship into combat, and we're going to do the Argala Patrol, the mission Wanted. And it's real cool to see, and we're also going to feature these eject warp core, the auxiliary warp core ejections. The Argala, go to the Argala, please. There we go. Now there was a comment on my YouTube channel on my previous videos. I don't know if you guys are liking that part, but there was a comment saying like, don't remove the HUD when you are in combat. So I'm going to do that right now, and let me know if that is preferable than, you know, removing the HUD and just having cinematic views. Because to be honest, I mean, this ship is not going to survive real good with the basic setup that I have. I have no consoles, no skill points, nothing. This is just the basic, you know, stock model as it comes out of the box. Nothing has been changed. Nothing has been upgraded. it is just a paper mache. It's like if somebody hits it, it's gonna go down. It's the one thing that is basically holding it together is like the new space set. That is it. The rest are all, you know, nothing that can withstand a really big attack. But it's also going to be cool to see when this meter is filled up. I'm talking Dutch right now. When this meter is like filled up, and it's going to be awesome to see all of these powers. But first of all, we're going to do this thing. And we are going... we kind of need to go past these guys. So, yeah. Or we need to be in front of them. There we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice! Wow, look at how much speed it gave me. That was amazing. Look at these guys. These guys are like 20 kilometers behind me or something because I turned around. That's awesome. 2-minute cooldown. Okay, so let's get some points into this bar right here. What else do we have up here? No, it's not. Let's do weapon system efficiency. So we're going to have a discount in our weapons. Look at this guy. What is this guy doing? He's like trapped. Is he trapped up there? No, it doesn't have any buffs or debuffs. Come here, you. Let's increase our weapon. So we are at 12% right here. Cool. What else we got? I'm loving the new weapon styles animation from the Kelvin timeline. They're like shooting it just like that. That's awesome. Pulsating it. That's cool. Now, if this meter is going to be filled up just as slowly as it is doing right now, that means that I might have to finish this entire mission to be in combat just a little bit more. Now let's see if I can take... You know what? I'm gonna go... No. Oh, shit. I wanted to activate this one, but I can't. Anyway, let's take them on ourselves. And let you guys enjoy a little bit of space combat. Thumbs up! Sure. Why not? These things are nice. Okay, so this console is basically a oh shit moment. I'm trapped and I'm gonna die and they're holding me back. So that is basically where you utilize this thing. Bring my shields back online, please. Yeah, there's the reverse shield polarity, why not? So here we go again. Now I'm gonna go in cinematic mode now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Wow, look at that boost that I got. Look at how far away these guys are. They're like out of combat. This is something that you definitely... It just came to my mind right now. The crystalline entity, when that thing is going to give that pulse, that big blast, you utilize this thing and you're out of weapon range. That is just one, you know, one kind of tactic that has just come to mind, or like something in that nature. If you're utilizing this console, it's going to be awesome. Alpha, go, go, go. Kill, kill, kill. Now I'm gonna mouse over these abilities so you guys can see. Battle preparation Team Bridge Officer ability recharge. Affect friend and self. To self, minus all inspiration. To self, inspiration regenerated lockout for 15 seconds. To team, cannot use or be affected by battle preparation for 2 minutes. And Bridge Officer powers recharge time reduction dramatically. Alright, so that one is that. Against all odds, affected friend and self, 5 maximum. To self, all inspiration to target. Right here. Sorry about that. To target plus 33% all damage for 15 seconds. To team, minus 100% weapon power cost. What? And also to self, inspiration regenerated lockout for 15 seconds. Oh, this is something that you DPS guys are definitely going to use a lot. Did they remove my weapons? And the first one or the third one for me. Turn the tide, team resistance and whole regen debuff or buff. Affected friend and self. To self, minus all inspiration. And inspiration is just this meter that have been filled up. It's basically just like the Romulans have with their auxiliary warp core, whatever thing that is called. Give me shit back. I was reading this. To target plus 100 all damage resistance rating for 15 seconds. To team plus 300 whole regeneration per minute for 15 seconds. To self, inspiration generation lockout for 15 seconds. Okay. So hold regen increase in firepower, because it's basically minus 100% weapon power cost. So it's going to remove the power cost of your weapons, whatever you're going to fire. That's awesome. And this thing is Bridge Officer power recharge time reduction. So this is also like what was it called? I forgot what it was called. But there was like anyway, I'm forgetting what it was, but it was something to do with like emergency something hologram or something like that. I have no idea. But there was a bridge officer that could utilize this, and maybe I have it. It's like a science ability. No, I can't actually open these guys up. Science skill. Photonic officer. There we go. 40% recharge time reduction on bridge officer abilities. Basically the same thing, but I don't know if what the percentage is going to be for this thing. But I guess we're going to find out soon, right? And let's utilize this thing again, because this blast is really awesome. But let's be a little bit closer to this guy so we actually hit these guys with this thing. Auxiliary weapon core ejection. In 3, 2, 1. 1, boom, 2, 3, 4. What? It's like pushing me with each blast. It's like pushing my vessel out of the weapons range of these guys. Look at that. It's basically like a 15-kilometer boost to like, you know, from your enemy. That's just crazy. Come on, we are at 70%, man. Nice, nice, nice. Look at this broadsiding. Nice. This thing is really, really nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, to be honest. Hey, my shields. Where are my shields gone? %81%. Oh my god, this is taking forever. This is something really cool to see. I mean, the normal standard beams that we have in Star Trek Online are basically firing this just like these Kazons are firing on my ship, like as beams, you know, a directed energy weapon that is coming on from point A to point B. But these Kelvin timeline weapons, these are like, you know, beams still, you know, phaser emitter array. They're beams. These are pulses right here. So you guys see they're like pulsating all over the place. Oh, there we go. We can actually use this thing. So let's see something that you guys definitely want to see, and that is that minus 100% weapon power cost. And let me just put this one right here so you guys can actually see and put up all of the power to. Oh, you know what, let's just put it in numbers because numbers are better to see. So here we go, in 3 2 1, activating that, and then utilizing this with like that. That's nice. It's not even costing me any weapon power to actually use beam fire at will. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is crazy. How long does that thing last? Is it over yet? No, okay. Now we're seeing drainage in the weapon power when I use my weapons. Okay. There it goes. 37, 42, 43, 44, 42. Yeah. So when this thing was active for 15 seconds, look, my weapons are almost depleted right now because I'm using them a lot. But when this thing was active, I could fire so many times with my phasers. It was crazy because it didn't cost me anything. No weapon cost. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this part. I hope you guys are going to stay tuned for all of the other ones that are going to be featured on this channel. So this was the Kelvin Timeline Heavy Command Cruiser, and that is the Constitution class, firing all of these warp cores that are going to propel this vessel all the way to here. So moving out of combat, this is basically a oh shit button. I need to get the hell away from there, and obviously it's going to dish out a high amount of kinetic damage to the enemy that is where that blasts are going to be exploding at. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys are going to stay, and I'm going to say take care for yourself and talk to you later.